12 teams per gender will participate in the Olympic volleyball competition at Paris 2024. As the host nation, France has secured its place in both the men's and women's competitions. The other 11 quota places per gender will be allocated via a two-step qualification process that ensures the best volleyball nations can participate at the event while observing the principle of universality. 6 Olympic quota places per gender will be contested during the Olympic qualification tournaments. The top 24 eligible teams not yet qualified as per the FIVB Volleyball World Ranking as of the end of the national teams season 2022 will be split into 3 pools of 8 teams. The top 2 teams of each pool will qualify for the Olympic Games Paris 2024. The remaining 5 Olympic places per gender will be filled by selecting the top 5 not yet qualified teams in the FIVB Volleyball World Ranking as of the end of the preliminary phase of the Volleyball Nations League 2024. To guarantee the principle of universality, these teams will be selected as per the following order of priority. 1. The team from a continent without a qualified team, followed by 2. The top teams not yet qualified.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to be here with you today and to welcome you to the drawing of lots ceremony for the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifier for women's and men's competitions. My name is Elise Kessler and I'm the head of volleyball at the FIVB. And today it is my honor to be your host and to conduct the draw. Additionally, the conduct and the results of the draw will be verified by an independent third-party auditor, a registered notary in Switzerland, Maître Lofer. Now, today, the 3 pools in each gender of the Olympic volleyball qualifier will be defined, and the 24 qualified teams will discover their pathway to battle for a place at the Olympic Games Paris 2024. And now, please welcome the FIVB President, Dr. Ari Grassa.
Dear friends in volleyball, today we will draw the pools for one of the most anticipated events of the 2023 Volleyball Olympic Qualification tournaments. The competition will be fierce and the action will be class with 24 women's and 24 men's teams competing in the qualifiers for a chance to earn their tickets to the Olympic Games in Paris 2024. What an incredible lineup of hosts we have. China, Japan, and Poland will welcome women's teams, with Brazil, China, and Japan will host the men's Olympic qualifiers. All hosts have impressive credentials and will warmly welcome the athletes and fans for these incredible events. I am sure that Olympic qualification tournament will serve as a great celebration for our sport and fans, with 24 top teams competing for 6 Olympic tickets per gender. No doubt the level of volleyball will be the highest ever. Best of luck to all the participant teams, and let draw begin.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your encouraging words. Now, before we move on to the moment that we've all been waiting for, let's review the regulations based on which the drawing of lots will be conducted here today.
FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifiers in 2023. The top 24 eligible and not yet qualified teams per gender, as per the FIVB Volleyball World Ranking, as of the end of the National Teams Season 2022, will participate in the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifiers to compete for 6 out of a total of 12 Olympic berths at the Olympic Games Paris 2024. The 24 teams will be placed into 3 pools of 8 teams each. Each pool constitutes an Olympic qualification tournament, with the 2 top teams of each pool clinching an Olympic berth. Teams will be distributed among the 3 pools based on their position in the FIVB Volleyball World Ranking as of the end of the National Team Season 2022. As a first condition, the 3 host countries are placed at the head of each pool based on their position in the FIVB Volleyball World Ranking. The top-ranked host will be placed in Pool A, Position 1, the second-ranked host will be placed in Pool B, Position 1, and the third-ranked host will be placed in Pool C, Position 1. The remaining 21 teams will be distributed among 7 bowls of 3 teams each, based on their world ranking position, and will be drawn for their seed line by line, applying the serpentine system. The draw starts with the first bowl and the 3 teams to be seeded 22 to 24. Teams are drawn one by one and are placed in position 8 in pools C, B, and A. The second draw defines the order for teams in the second bowl. Teams are drawn placed in position 7, starting from Pool A to Pool C. The third draw seeds teams 16 to 18 in position 6 in pools C, B, and A. The fourth draw defines how teams seeded 13 to 15 are placed in the 5th position from Pool A to C. The 5th draw places teams seeded 10 to 12, starting from Pool C to Pool A in position 4. The 6th draw defines the order of teams seeded 7 to 9 and places them in the 3rd position. The final draw places teams seeded 4 to 6, starting from Pool C to Pool A in position 2. The FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifiers will take place in September and October 2023. In both the men's and women's competitions, the 8 teams in each pool will play a full round-robin format, with the top 2 teams of each pool qualifying for the Olympic Games Paris 2024.
First and foremost, congratulations to the teams that are certain to leave their all on the court to clinch one of the 6 Olympic places. And now, without further ado, let's proceed with the draw for the women's competition. Now, let's start with the host teams placed at the head of each pool in position 1. Now, as the best-ranked host country team in the FIVB World Ranking, China is placed at the head of Pool A. As the second best-ranked host country team in FIVB World Ranking, Japan is placed at the head of Pool B. And Poland, as the third best-ranked host country team in the FIVB World Ranking, is placed at the head of Pool C. We are now ready to draw the remaining 21 teams for the positions 2 to 8 of each pool. And now, to help us with the draw, we have invited young, aspiring volleyball talent from the Lutry Volleyball Club here in Switzerland. We will be welcoming them one by one on the stage for each of the draws. We thank them all for sharing this very important moment with us and with the volleyball family. Now, to proceed, we will start with the draw for the last position, the position 8 of the pools for the teams ranked from 22 to 24, which are Ukraine, Slovenia, and Peru. Now, these teams will be drawn one by one and will be seated in positions 8 from the pool C to pool A using the serpentine principle. Now, here today we have Lilia, and Lilia, please shuffle the draw balls. Have your first pick, and let us reveal the first team. And now, in position 8 of pool C, we have Team Slovenia. Great, Lilia. Let's take a look who the second team drawn will be. Now, in pool B, in position 8, the team drawn is Team Peru. And now on to the last one, which will be the team going to the pool A. And now, Team Ukraine completes position 8 and is placed in pool A. Thank you, Lilia, for your lucky hand and your help today. Now, next we will be drawing the teams ranked from 19 to 21 for the position 7 of each of the pools. And let's take a look at which teams we have in the second bowl. We have Mexico, Argentina, and Korea. Now, the same principle applies. Teams will be drawn one by one and will be seated in position 7, but this time they will be placed starting from pool A to pool C. Now, Johan, welcome, and please shuffle the draw balls in the bowl. Shuffle the draw balls, and then please pick the first team. So in pool A, at position 7, we will have Team Mexico. Now let's see which team will be drawn in pool B. Team to compete in pool B in position 7 is Team Argentina. And now finally, Johan, please pick the team to be placed in the pool C. And there we are. Team Korea goes into position 7 of pool C. And now we have the position 7 of the pools A, B, and C complete. Thank you so much, Johan, for your help. Now, let's move on to the draw for the position 6. In the bowl number 3, we have teams Puerto Rico, Czechia, and Colombia. Now, these teams again will be drawn one by one, however, placed starting from pool C to pool A. Now, please, Adriana, could you do me the honor of shuffling the draw balls in the bowl and pick one of them? And now, the first team is Colombia, goes to position 6 in pool C. Let's now see which team will take its place in pool B. So there we go. The team which joins pool B in position 6 is Team Puerto Rico. And as the third team drawn, Adriana will pick the last ball. So the third team drawn is Team Czechia, which goes to position 6 in pool A. Thank you, Adriana. You've done a wonderful job. Now, the draw for the position 6 of each pool is now complete. And we're moving forward with the draw for the teams ranked from 13 to 15 for position 5 of each of the pools. Now let's see which teams we have in the fourth bowl. So we have Canada, Thailand, and Bulgaria. Now again, we will be drawing the teams one by one, and we'll be seeding them in position 5, starting from Pool A to Pool C. Now, Lisa, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please shuffle the draw balls in the bowl and take your first pick. And now in Pool A at position 5, we have Team Canada. All right, now let's see which team will be drawn in Pool B. So in position 5 of Pool B, we will have Team Bulgaria. Now, Lisa, on to the last team. Who will be the team placed in Pool C? So Team Thailand goes into position 5 of Pool C. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the position 5 of pools A, B, and C complete. Thank you, Lisa. Well done. And now let's move on to the draw for the position 4. Now, in the bowl number 5, we have teams Belgium, Netherlands, and Germany. So these teams will be drawn one by one and placed from Pool C to Pool A. Now, please, Alexander, could you do me the honor of shuffling the draw balls in the bowl and take your first pick? Let's see who you've got. So the first team, which goes in position 4 in Pool C, is Team Germany. Now let's see which team will take its place in Pool B. So the next team is Team Belgium, joining Pool B in position 4. And now on to the third team drawn, Alexander. And so the third team drawn is Team Netherlands, going to position 4 in Pool A. Thank you, Alexander. Well done. Now the draw for the position 4 of each pool is also complete. Moving forward, we will be drawing the teams ranked from 7 to 9 for the position 3 of each of the pools. Now let's see which teams we have in the 6th bowl. We have USA, Turkey, and Dominican Republic. Now again, we will be drawing these teams one by one, and we'll be placing them in position 3 from Pool A to Pool C. Now we invite Luis. Luis, please shuffle the draw balls in the bowl and take your first pick. Show us what you've got. So in Pool A, at position 3, we will have Team Dominican Republic. Now let's see which team will be drawn in Pool B. Now which team will take its place, position 3, Pool B, and the team is Turkey. And now, Luis, on to the last team, the last ball. The last team to join the sequence is Team USA, going into position 3 of Pool C. And now we have the position 3 of all pools A, B, and C complete. Thank you, Luis. Well done. And now finally, we're moving to the final draw for the position 2 in the pools. This is where things get very interesting. In the last bowl, we have teams Serbia, Italy, and Brazil. These are the top volleyball teams in the world. Now, these teams, again, will be drawn one by one and placed from Pool C to Pool A. Théophile, welcome. Please, could you do me the honor and shuffle the draw balls in the bowl and take your first pick? And now in position 2 in Pool C, the first team going is Team Italy. Now let's see which team will take the spot in Pool B. So position 2, joining Pool B will be Team Brazil. Now, Théophile, please take the last draw. Take the last team. And now in position 2 in Pool A, we have Team Serbia. Thank you, Théophile. The draw for the position 2 of each pool is now complete and actually officially concludes the drawing of lots for the women's competition. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we now have all 3 pools drawn and finalized for the women's competition of the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifier, which will be held in China, Japan, and Poland from 16 to 24 September 2023. The draw conducted has been witnessed by an independent third-party auditor and registered notary in Switzerland, Maître Laufer. And now, with a building anticipation for the competition, we can now look forward to the fierce matches between these 24 teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a 15-minute break before we proceed with the draw for the men's competition of the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifiers. Don't go too far, stay tuned, and we will be right back. Now, welcome back. Before we went on a break, we already confirmed the composition of the pools of the women's competition of the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifier. What an exciting matchups we will have. And now we are ready to proceed with the draw for the men's competition of the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifier. Now let's start with the host teams placed at the head of each pool in position number 1. As the best ranked host country team in the FIVB World Ranking, Brazil is placed at the head of Pool A. Now, as the second best ranked host country team in the FIVB World Ranking, Japan is placed at the head of Pool B. And finally, China, as the third best ranked host country team in the FIVB World Ranking, is placed at the head of Pool C. We are now ready to draw the remaining 21 teams for positions 2 to 8 of each of the pools. And again, just to remind you, we are joined here today by our young Swiss volleyball talent to help us with the draw. We will be again welcoming them one by one on the stage for each of the draws. We thank them very much for being here and helping us with this very important task. As we did for the women's competition, to make things more interesting, we will be starting with the draw for the last position, the position 8 of the pools for the teams ranked from 22 to 24, which are Bulgaria, Finland, and Qatar. Now, these teams will be drawn one by one and will be seated in position 8 from Pool C to Pool A using the serpentine principle. Now, I welcome Johan here, who please go ahead and shuffle the draw balls. Have your first pick, and let us see the first team you've got. And now, in the position 8 of Pool C is Team Bulgaria. Now, Johan, please go ahead and pick the second ball from the bowl. And the next team drawn for the position 8 of Pool B is Team Finland. And now, which will be the team that will be going to Pool A? And therefore, Team Qatar completes position 8 and is placed in Pool A. Thank you, Johan, for your lucky hand and your help. Now, next we will draw the teams ranked from 19 to 21 for position 7 of each of the pools. Now, let's see which teams we have in the second bowl. We have Egypt, Belgium, and Czechia. Now, the same principle applies. Teams will be drawn one by one and will be seated in position 7. But this time, they will be placed starting from Pool A to Pool C. Now, I invite Lilia. Please shuffle the draw balls in the bowl and make your first pick. And now, in Pool A, at position 7, we will have Team Czechia. Now, Lilia, let's see which team will be drawn for the Pool B. And in position 7 of Pool B, we have Team Egypt. And now finally, Lilia, please pick the team to be placed in Pool C. So the final team joining the position 7 and Pool C is Team Belgium. And now we have the position 7 of the pools A, B, and C complete. Thank you, Lilia, so much for your help. Now let's move on to the draw for the position 6. In the bowl number 3, we have teams Germany, Mexico, and Tunisia. Now these teams will be again drawn one by one from Pool C to Pool A. And now we ask Louise, could you do me the honor of shuffling the draw balls in the bowl and take your first pick? Let us see what you have. So the first team joining Pool C in position 6 will be Team Mexico. Now, Louise, let's see which will be the team joining the Pool B. And now the team joining Pool B in position 6 will be Team Tunisia. Now, Louise, on to the last team. The third team drawn is Team Germany. And Germany goes to position 6 in Pool A. Thank you, Louise. You've done a wonderful job. The draw for position 6 of each of the pools is now complete. And now, next off, we will be drawing the teams ranked from 13 to 15 for position 5 of each of these pools. Now, let's see which are the teams that we have in the fourth pool. We have Turkey, Canada, and Ukraine. Now, teams will be drawn one by one and will be seated in position 5 and placed from Pool A to Pool C. Now, Alexander, welcome back. Please shuffle the draw balls in the ball and make your first pick. And now in Pool A at position 5, we'll have Team Ukraine. Now let's see which team will be drawn in Pool B. Alexander, take your pick. And now Team Turkey will be competing in position 5 of Pool B. Now, Alexander, on to the last team to join the position 5 in Pool C will be Team Canada. And now we have position 5 of pools A, B, and C complete. Thank you so much, Alexander. Now let's move on to the draw for the position 4. In bowl number 5, we have teams Serbia, Cuba, and the Netherlands. Now, again, these teams will be drawn one by one, however placed, starting from Pool C to Pool A. Now, I welcome Adriana. Could you please do me the honor of shuffling the draw balls in the bowl and picking one of them? And the first team drawn for position 4 in Pool C will be Team Netherlands. Now, Adriana, let's see which team will take its place in Pool B. And now, team that will be joining Pool B in position 4 is Team Serbia. And now, Adriana, the last pick, the third team drawn from this bowl, which will go in position 4 in Pool A, is Team Cuba. Thank you, Adriana. Well done. Now, the draw for the position 4 is also complete for each of the pools. And now, next on, we will be drawing the teams ranked 7 to 9 for the positions 3 of each of the pools. Now, let's see which teams we have in the 6th bowl. So we have Argentina, Slovenia, and Iran. Now, teams will be drawn one by one and will be seated in position 3 from Pool A to Pool C. Theophile, welcome back, and please shuffle the draw balls in the bowl and take your first pick. Let's see now, in Pool A, at position 3, we'll have Team Iran. Now, Theophile, let's see which will be the team that will be joining the Pool B. And now we'll have a confirmation shortly. The team to compete in position 3 in Pool B is Team Slovenia. The last pick, Theophil. And now the team going in position 3 of the Pool C is Team Argentina. And now we have the position 3 of Pools A, B, and C all complete. Thank you, Theophil. Thank you very much for your help. And now let's move on to the final draw for the position 2 in the pools. Now in the last bowl, we have teams to be reckoned with, including current and former world champions. We have Team Poland, Team Italy, and Team USA. Now these teams again will be drawn one by one and placed from Pool C to Pool A. Now Lisa, I invite you back, and please could you do me the honor of shuffling the draw balls in the bowl and then take your pick. And now the first team going into position 2 in Pool C is Team Poland. Now let's see which team will be taking the spot in Pool B, Lisa. And now the team joining Pool B in position 2 is Team USA. Now, Lisa, the last draw, the last team to be drawn for position 2 and in Pool A is Team Italy. Italy is joining position 2 in Pool A. Thank you, Lisa. The draw for the position 2 of each of the pools is now complete and also officially concludes the drawing of lots for the men's competition. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, we have also finalized the 3 pools for the men's competition of the FIVB Road to Paris Volleyball Qualifier to be held in Brazil, in Japan, and in China from 30th September to 8th of October 2023. We now can see the draw results for the women's and the men's competitions on the screens, and of course, the results will be published online on volleyballworld.com momentarily. I remind you again that the draw conducted has been witnessed by an independent third-party auditor and a registered notary in Switzerland, Maître Laufer. Now, once again, congratulations to all the participating teams. We truly wish you the best of luck with your Olympic dream, and thank you for tuning in and being part of this event today. Thank you. Best of luck